In this Monster Hunter Wilds video, guys, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to take down the flagship monster, Arkveld. This video is dedicated for those people that are trying to take down this monster during the beta. Of course, once the full release comes out, this guy will be a little bit easier once we can upgrade our gear and whatnot. But for today, once this video gets released, we'll have the second beta weekend, so this video will be viable for that, but also when the game comes out as well. So if you're looking to see how to defeat him, then stick around and find out. And also, guys, we are hosting a giveaway for a free copy of Monster Hunter Wilds for any system of your choice. All you got to do is drop a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and make sure to comment down below LDG in the comments below. I'll have additional instructions and everything like that in the description, so if you want a chance to win Monster Hunter Wilds, then do those things, and we will announce the winner close to release of launch. Now, first things first, right off the bat, the biggest challenge for this hunt is the time limit. For the other hunts, you have at least 50 minutes to take down the other monsters, but for Arkveld, you only have 20 minutes. So that is the real challenge here. Learning his moveset is actually not too terrible, but he does hit like a truck, so once you do get hit, it feels like you have to run away and get a health potion. You can't take a few hits, unless you're playing something like the Gun Lance or the Lance with keeping your shield up, but normally he can either one-shot you or he can take down half your health bar if you do not eat a meal. So first things first is you want to try and join a hunter lobby, as of course this is an online multiplayer game. You do have the option for that, so obviously the more hunters that you have, the easier this will get. So I would say respond to SOS flare request, or of course once you host the hunt, when you talk to Alma, then I would send out an SOS flare, so that way you can have some extra help. Now, one of the biggest things when fighting Arkveld is this chain whip attack. So as you see here, he's got these two giant whips that are on each of his wings. Now, once he's about to use them, they glow a bright red with like an electricity aurora around them, and that indicates that he is about to use those attacks. And usually they're pretty quick if you're not fast enough, so make sure that you dodge out of the way or do a perfect guard or whatever you need to do, so that way you don't take a lot of damage from them. And then another key note is when he does the giant explosion attack, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll show that in the background footage here. But once he does this giant explosion attack, once you get prepared for that, his chain whips will glow red while you're in focus mode. Now, to enter focus mode, you'll have to hold left trigger, and then once you see these like the red weak spots come up on the chains after he does this big explosion attack. Now this sets him up for a big stun, so make sure to dodge out of the way and be prepared to do a weak spot or a focus strike, so that way you can stun him to get him for some decent damage. Now, another huge tip is normally when you start this quest, you'll also have the sandstorm weather thing going on, and usually this means that the Raid Owl, which is the other apex predator within this area, likes to float around. Now, if you hit him with enough damage, he will run away to this location that you see here in the background gameplay, and he'll usually do a turf war with the Raid Owl in this spot. Now, this spot in particular has a really good advantage point. It's got a falling boulder, and what you'll need to do is go into your slinger mode. And while you're on your Sekarat or in person, you want to make sure that you have your sling out, your hunter sling, and once you get him lined up under here, pull the falling boulder and you'll deal massive damage to him, and usually this sets him up for another big stun, so that way you can deal some more damage on him. Now, once he moves to his next location, and which is up here on the very high top of the mountain, then you want to look out for these three crystal pillars that are around this area. So you'll see them as I pull them down. I'm heading to one right now. He's near this crystal pillar. So just like the falling boulder, you want to get him into these three specific areas. So there's one right here, and then what you want to do is you want to have one of your teammates lure him over here. You can use a luring pod from your hunter sling, or just get his attention, deal enough damage, try to get him over to where these pillars are. Once you get him under all 3 of these pillars, it deals about maybe, what, 30, I would say 3,300 damage, because every time I dropped the pillar on him, it dealt like 1,100 damage, so that's huge chunks of damage that you can get on Arkveld. So as you see here, it dropped on him, did about 1,113 damage. Usually sets him up for more stuns, but also deals great enough damage, so that way he'll move to his next spot. Now, once you deal enough damage up on the mountain, he moves over to the sand dune area, as you see here, and he usually likes to chill right around here, and this is a great advantage point. You can go up on this mountain here, and then you can do a jump attack to try and mount him, so your teammates can do this multiple times, or try and do a lot of mounting attacks, so that way you can deal a lot of damage to him, exposes weak spots. Now this is more of a make it or break it point right here. As you can see, the timer in the top right hand corner, like, we're getting very close to the end, but this right here is where I would save your traps, shock traps, pitfall traps, anything that you have in your arsenal. Is just, you want to try and focus on him as much. Don't let him escape this spot, because he does like to run away pretty quickly. So I would say set up your traps, set up your pitfalls, use the flash pods to flash him, just anything you can to just make sure that he does not go anywhere, and just deal enough damage to him as possible. He's going to constantly try and run away after he moves to this spot in particular. That's pretty much it for the hunt, guys. Now, I know this is I don't have like an easy win button for Arkveld. If anybody has any other tips or any other ideas that can take him down pretty easily, please drop them down in the comments below. I hope you found this video helpful. So if you guys want more of these Monster Hunter tips, especially when we get to the other monsters and other Apex Predators and the full release of the game, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more Monster Hunter Wilds content, and make sure to hit that notification bell so that way YouTube can notify you guys every time our videos go live. That's going to be it from us, guys. Enjoy the second weekend of the beta, and I hope you guys hunt Arkveld out there, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.